Good morning, and welcome to edition 4 of Webi Wednesdays from CNE, your business intelligence specialists. I'm Herb Hess, and I'm here to talk to you today about meaningful charts, making charts more meaningful with custom color palettes and assignments. Here's what we're going to learn today. In addition to the topics discussed in the demonstration, we're going to ask you to visit CNE.com for a special offer at the end of our discussion, which should last just a few minutes. Let's get started, shall we? This is Web Intelligence version 4.1, Rich Client. The first thing we're going to talk about is how to check the version number of Web Intelligence that you're working on. If I mouse over to the Help button, and click on Help and About, it shows me that I'm working on version 4.1 Support Pack 3. However, the feature we're talking about today is actually found in the original release of version 4.1, which is 4.1 Support Pack 0. Let's go ahead and open up an example document. What I'm going to do is to use the zoom control to zoom down so you can see all 4 charts within this report displayed properly. And I use the term report and document, but they're not interchangeable. The tab at the bottom of the screen indicates an individual report within an entire document. Note that similar to Excel, you can add additional tabs or additional reports as well. Has the predefined set of colors palettes for charts ever been an issue for you? Would you like to be able to control the assignment of colors so that the first series is always red, the second blue, the next green, and so on? The new features of the custom palette now allow you to define the colors to use for each series in a chart, up to 32 colors that a palette can define. Custom palettes are available in all reports in the current Web Intelligence document. However, to use them in a different document, you need to define the custom palette again in the other document. Of course, one strategy for you would be to create a report template or a document template that already has the custom palette assigned. When you create a new Webi document, you would open up that template document and begin modifying your query and adding objects there. In this sample report, we have 4 charts defined, and currently all 4 use the default colored palette. As you see, the pie chart shows 8 different states. Let me zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. 8 different states and 8 different colors. The column and line chart use the same colors as the first 3 states. So if we look at the column and line charts, which are the data by year, we see the blue, green, and orange representing the same colors, blue, green, and orange, of the first 3 states. And this is indicative that we're using the same palette across all charts. To show how you can find your own custom color palette, let's right-click the column chart. If I right-click the column chart and then choose Format Chart, followed by clicking on the Global setting, and finally Palette and Style, we see the color palette setting, and if I drop down the list of available color palettes and scroll all the way down, I can choose Custom. When you create a new palette, it will start with the palette you've selected in the displayed palette samples. For now, we'll use the default palette as the starting point. To create a new custom color palette, click New. Give the custom color palette a unique name. So in this case, I'll call this the CNE color palette. Now, to make your own palette, you click on each color tile you want to change. you can see that there are 32 tiles in total, and they're used in order from the top left across to the right, and then down to the next row, and down to the next row, and so forth, until we get to the last of the 32 color tiles. Once you select a tile by clicking on it, you can drop down the list of available colors and make a substitution. It's also possible for you to click on more colors, where you have swatches and a variety of different definitions of colors that you can apply. I'm going to go ahead and choose a slightly different hue of blue for the first color, a dark blue. For the second color, I'm going to choose yellow. For the third color, I'll choose a fuchsia. And for the second color, the fourth color, I'll choose a plum color. You can also adjust the opacity, the amount of opaqueness or transparency, through the slider, making a color tile completely transparent or completely opaque. So you continue to repeat this process for each tile you want to have in your custom palette. Again, we'll just change the first 4 colors here and leave the others to the setting from the default palette we used as a starting point. We click OK when done, and now we have a new color palette. Once you've created one or more custom palettes, you can apply any of the built-in or custom palettes to any chart in the document. In this case, we're just going to click OK to use the new custom color palette. So you can see within the settings for this chart, we have the new CNE color palette. I'll click on Apply, and you can actually see in the background, even before I click OK, that the new colors have been applied. But they've only been applied to this specific chart. So let's move over to the line chart. I'm going to scroll to the left, and I'm going to scroll down. The line chart still uses the default color palette. Pardon me, scrolled a little bit too far. Let's scroll back to where we can see the line chart in its entirety. If we'd like to apply the same custom color palette to the line chart, we follow a similar process. We right-click and select Format Chart. From the global settings, we click on Palette and Style. Now we can drop down the list of choices next to Color Palette and scroll down until we see the custom color palettes. And here we found the custom color palette that I defined previously, which is the CNE color palette. Finally, let's apply the custom color palette to this particular chart. If I click on the custom color palette and click OK and click OK again, we see that the first 3 lines, the only 3 lines, have changed to the first 3 colors in the custom palette. Now we changed 4 colors in the palette. Let's apply the color palette to a chart that has more than 4 items. If I were to apply the color palette to this chart that has more than 4 colors in it, we're going to find that the palette, the customized colors apply to the first 4 segments, and then the original default colors apply to the remaining segments of the pie chart. So let's scroll down and let's choose Custom in the same manner as before. Click on the CNE Custom Color Palette, click OK, and click OK again. So in this case, you can see that the first 4 states have the new colors applied, and the remaining states, still using the custom color palette, retain the colors of the default palette, because that's the palette that we started with in the first place. So if you need to change a custom color palette, you can point to any chart, you can right-click, you can choose Format Chart, choose Global, choose Palette and Style, and select the particular choice Custom from the Custom Color Palettes. Select that Custom Color Palette, and now you'll see that you can choose Edit. By choosing Edit, you'll be able to go back and change additional colors within the palette. In addition, if you needed to delete a custom color palette, you could do so. You could hit the X button and remove the custom color palette. It now tells you that the default palette will be applied to all charts currently using this palette. So let's click OK, click OK, click OK again. And if I zoom out, you'll see that all charts now use the original default palette. While the change is instantaneous, it can be reversed using the Undo button. So if we click the Undo button once for each chart, you'll note that the change has been reverted back to each of the charts. Well, that concludes our Webi Wednesday session for today, and thank you very much for attending. Let's go back to our presentation, shall we? Here's our special offer. CNE is now offering education in a variety of formats for Web Intelligence version 4.1. We're especially proud that on June 23rd and 24th, we're hosting our first public instructor-led class for Webi 4.1 in our training center. If you attend the class, any student who attends receives a ticket to the Phillies. We'll all be heading out to the Phillies on June 24th together. And if you can't attend the class, please make sure you visit cne.com/Webi for a chance to win a pair of Phillies tickets for that same game. And why not come out and join us and have some fun? If you can't attend class, we have some other offerings which include virtual education and e-learning as well. Looking forward to seeing you in one of our education centers or any authorized education center throughout North America. To register for any class, feel free to visit CNE.com, give us a call, or chat with us online. Thank you very much, and have a great day.